What's up guys, Cody with CJC Off-Road, and today we're finally able to answer a question that we get from you guys a ton. How do the 2.5 and the 4.5 Ford Super Duty systems from Carli Suspension, how do they compare? So fortunately we have my truck, which is a 2018 F250 on the Carli Suspension pin top 2.5 system. Because I do work here, have all of the upgrades, the torsion sway bar, the fabricated radius arms, as well as the full progressive springs. And then we have today's customer truck. It is a 4.5 system. It's getting the fabricated radius arms, the torsion sway bar, as well as the full progressive springs as well. Ironically, these trucks are both actually equipped with very similar wheels and tires. They're both on a 37 by 1350 Toyo MT, and that is riding on a 17-inch Innovate wheel. We did a separate video on these Innovate wheels. If you're interested, these are the baddest wheels in the business currently, and we're super stoked with those, but that's a whole nother video. So many times guys are trying to decide, do I want the 2.5 or do I want the 4.5? Now, back in the day, the 2.5 trucks, like a 05 to 16 truck, those trucks actually sit a lot lower, even with the leveling kit. It doesn't quite give you the lifted feel, and that's where the 4.5 kits were really nice. You could actually have a lifted truck, but with the Carli Suspension spin to it, something that really works well on and off the highway. And now on the 17 and up Super Duties, you also have the factory truck, which sits a lot taller. And then when we put a leveling kit on it with 37-inch tires, these trucks do sit a little bit higher than the previous years. So a lot of guys are wondering, do I want the 2.5 or do I want the 4.5-inch systems? So yeah, we made this video to kind of just give you guys a little quick comparison. This was a truck that we had for one day thanks to our customer, so we weren't able to put them in the dirt and do things like that. I can personally attest, ride quality wise, the 2.5 versus the 4.5. The 4.5 does have a little bit more suspension travel, so if you're doing hard off-roading, or if you think you might work off-highway like oil field guys, right, with the lease roads, things like that, anywhere where you're going over crazy big dips, etc., the 4.5 is going to shine a little bit more in the ride quality department, just because that suspension can move a little bit more before it bottoms out. Now the 2.5 is an excellent setup for guys who are going to be doing working out of the truck, hauling, things like that. Personally, I just commute in my truck. I got rid of my trailer, so I only commute to and from my house to here mainly, as well as weekend trips. I just chose the 2.5 because we live in a rather congested urban area. So going through parking structures, things like that, I can just skate by on that parking structure. Note the difference between the two trucks. The 4.5, again with these 37-inch empties, sat at about 86 inches at the roof line, while the 2.5 kit actually sat at a perfect 2 inches lower than that at 84 inches. Let's be realistic, most guys here, there's not too much science behind which lift kit we choose. It's really the setup that we feel looks the coolest or what we personally enjoy. And yeah, so the difference really is between these two trucks, basically a perfect 2 inches. Suspension-wise, both trucks were equipped similarly. Again, ride quality, the 4.5 excels slightly over dips and things like that, or off-road driving. And again, just to parallel some of the other videos we've made, with the 4.5-inch kit, you really are not going to find a 4.5-inch kit for a Super Duty truck, especially this pin top system, that exhibits the high level of control that these kits offer, like in high-speed freeway driving, things like that, but still have extreme small bump compliance as well. These kits really are something to test drive. Again, if you have a buddy or are on the fence, please reach out to us, and we'd be happy to set you up with a dealer in your area. But yeah, we really do think that these are the best kits on the market. We hope this video answered some of your questions. Just the 2.5, 4.5, which one's gonna be best for you? Again, the height is so close, and it's just gonna be the main difference between the two systems. If you are looking to purchase one of these systems but don't want to install it yourself, and your local shop does not carry Carli Suspension, please have them give us a call. We can set them up. A big part of our business is actually wholesale to smaller shops, things like that, for Carli Suspension and other niche brands. So we'd be happy to supply your shop and get you the parts you want, as well as the shop you want to work with, and get that dream truck built for you. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, as we'll be releasing a lot more videos to come.